as a kind of warm up, how about we talk about your trip to Busan, not Japan?
Sure, sounds good.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, my wife, probably during the same time when you went to Busan, my wife went to Ulleungdo and Dokdo. Have you ever heard of Dokdo?
Yeah, very famous, contentious island, right?
Yes, contentious island. That's very correct. So, how was your trip?
Very good. Not as unique as going to Dokdo or what's the small one called? Ulleungdo. But it was very nice. We stayed close to Haeundae this time. We did lots of touristy things. There's a monorail and a train that goes along the coastline down to some of the smaller areas.
Is that brand new, by the way? Because I've been to Busan a couple of times, but I've never tried to take monorail or stuff.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Maybe you would know more about it than me.
Busan monorail. It looks like there are many, not just one.
I'm talking about this. It goes along the coast.
It looks cute.
Yeah, we didn't take the monorail though. There's a train that runs beneath it.
Oh.
The monorail sells out very quickly. It's very competitive to get tickets.
So you took a subway instead of monorail there?
They run along the same way, but the train was packed as well, and it's very busy, but it's very nice, good views and stuff like that. It's only like a 15-20 minute track, and it just goes along the coastline. So we took it to the last stop and went to another small beach, I don't know the name of it, where it sort of, the train terminates there.
Couldn't you get a, how to say, round trip travel there with monorail? No, train.
With the train, yeah. So we had a round trip ticket, and we spent the day on the beach down there. I don't know what it's called.
And then the next day, you got back to where you were by taking
The same
another train. Same train, basically.
Same day. It's only a few hours. It starts here at Haeundae Beach, and it went down to this beach here.
Okay.
It's only a little way. Doesn't go very far. Here, this is where we went.
Were there many people?
Yeah, it was packed. And there was a lot of surfers and stuff like that. It was insane.
Is this your first time to visit?
No. I've been maybe half a dozen times.
Would you say your go-to-travel spot is Busan in Korea? Limited to Korea?
No, we've probably been to Jeju more.
My wife and I went to Busan probably like 3 years ago. As far as I remember, we just did two main things. One was swimming, and the other was dining out.
Sure. It's the same for us. It's exactly the same thing.
Is there any food that you tried in Busan and that's really stuck in your mind?
Nothing that's like unique in terms of I've never had, like I never tried before, but we had 2 or 3 things that were really good. You have to forgive my pronunciation of the Korean word.
No problem.
Fish cake, right? So
fish cake.
Omuk
Okay.
was really good.
You call omuk fish cake?
Fish cake,
Oh my God.
yeah. We went for a really expensive meal in a fancy hotel, and it's never as good as you hope it's going to be, right? It always feels like the cheaper omuk was a better choice, but we had a nice meal out anyway. It was nice.
Both my wife and I usually enjoy cheap street foods instead of going to fancy restaurants. But if there is one thing that we don't mind spending a lot of money, in particular my wife, is breakfast at hotels. But I'm on the same side with you. I don't really big reason or advantage that why I should spend this much amount of money on hotel food as breakfast. Especially when it is morning, I'm not that hungry. But my wife doesn't look like that.
I'm not a breakfast person either. I tend to skip it. I don't have a big appetite in the morning.
Hey, just out of curiosity, do you care to eat breakfast? Either cook yourself or ask your wife to cook for you?
Never. No,
Never.
I never eat breakfast. I'm basically, the only thing I want when I wake up is coffee.
Coffee. But aren't you hungry if you don't have any breakfast?
No.
So do you have only 2 meals a day?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
2 meals a day.
And okay, for today's class,